Hello, welcome to My Life is Intentional. I am Kathy Gibson, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, if you can go down and subscribe, I was greatly appreciated. I'm going to talk about some of the other ports that you can log on to and begin to follow me. But I was doing some things this this morning, and there were some changes. I was looking at some things in my room and the bathroom, and I said, I'm gonna change this picture and move some things around. And sometimes when we think of investment, we have to think about investing in ourselves, making ourselves a priority. And sometimes that comes by doing some changes, even some small changes, decorating in your room, in your home, changing a new picture that you've had there maybe for several years, and just do some upgrade. Buy you some little trinkets or something to, just to upgrade yourself and to make yourself feel better. A lot of times we look for happiness out of other people when true happiness comes on within ourselves. One of the greatest things that I'm learning is in relationships, those of you who may even be seeking, relationship companionship. But one of the biggest thing, and you may hear it many times, is to get yourself healed first. A lot of times we go into relationships without being healed, without being made whole. Sometimes we go in with our souls fragmented and with voids in our lives, and we look at other people to bring in the happiness, to fill those voids. And when we do that, we still come out depleted. We come out worse than what we had went into. So if I can share an encouragement with you, I'm going to do so. I'm excited about some things that I want to start doing on My Life is Intentional. We're going to start having some guests on here. We're going to have some cooking programs on here. Just a lot of things. I just want how it comes. I like to be spontaneous and adventurous in doing some things, and just, move and just be able to be an encouragement to you and those who will be joining and listening. But really invest in yourself. Make yourself a priority. Even if it's going to go get your latte, save up and for yourself, and maybe, get you a day. They call it daycation. Maybe you can go down and get a hotel room. Just get, change your atmosphere and scenery. And just to invest in yourself. And even speaking of atmosphere, you are the one that puts into your atmosphere how you want your atmosphere to be. I know, example, you have different rooms in a home, and each room has their atmosphere. Each room, each person that may be in that room sets the atmosphere and the tone in that room. So invest in yourself, set your atmosphere, be positive. I was talking to someone this morning, and they was, concerned. They was dealing with bills and was having headaches and things. And so, and I was telling them, just this, even though you go through things, these things are going to pass. Bills and things are going to come up. But how you handle that, your response to it, being optimistic about it. You got to not allow the oppression and suppression to come upon you when you're dealing with financial issues or things that's going on in your life. It's how you see yourself out of it. And the more and more you speak positive declarations over yourself, the more you see things in a positive way, that begins to overwhelm the negative that you're going through. And sometimes we have to speak life over us. Well, really not sometimes, but a lot of times you have to speak life over yourself. You have to speak positive affirmations over yourself to where those positive affirmations become the stronghold in your life. So I'm going to come back on during this week sometime. Just be on the lookout. But like I said, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can find me on Instagram under Kathy Gibson. And please, on there, I'll be doing some more things on Instagram. A lot of things on my Instagram. I have my books that's on there, but also I love to cook. Many of you that know, I love to cook. And one of the things I was talking to my mother the other day is family. And when you sit down at the table and you eat and you have gatherings, we really want to engraft some of those things that's coming up. In family and eating, sometimes what happens is we go our separate ways, and we do our, we all have different walks of life, but sometimes that family fellowship is really important. It's what builds, it's what encourages you. And so get back into eating and family. You can go in there, look on some of those recipes that well, not the recipes. I will be bringing out my cookbook, but just go in there, share, hit like. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. My Life is Intentional. I do have two Facebook, the regular Kathy Gibson, but follow me on My Life is Intentional. The other one is, I just have a lot of different things on there, but I really like to focus on My Life is Intentional, and you'll be joining me. And sometimes you will see me also with my mother, Apostle Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper. Oh, she is so phenomenal. And I just the teaching, especially those of you dealing with narcissistic abuse and you have dealt with narcissism in your life, please join her YouTube channel, Destiny Helper. I think it's Destiny Helper Helen Sattler, but please join her. But sometimes she will also be a guest on my program, and we would like to share some things with you. I'm really excited about doing some things here on the YouTube and on these media ports that God has given. But I just want you to be encouraged. Please join me. We're going to have some spontaneous times. We're going to do some things, be adventurous. But if I can encourage you today, invest in yourself, invest in your purpose, invest in who God has called you to be. Always speak life to yourself. Speak the positive about yourself, and know that even when people try to come in and, they throw shades and especially if you have dealing with insecurities and different things, the enemy will use people. And if you can understand it's him beside the person and not the person themselves, you can go in and begin to shut him down. Don't receive what he says. One of the things a couple of weeks ago, I was seemed like a cold was trying to come. My throat was scratching, everything. We're dealing with COVID, but I thank God he has really truly kept us, because he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God, God covers and protects us. But God told me don't receive it. And what I have done is taken that revelation even more so. Anything that happens in your life, you do not have to receive the negative. You only receive what God says. Receive the positive, because once you receive anything that you receive, you come in agreement with. So what happened is the enemy will try to get something. You may hurt yourself or be in pain. Do not receive that pain. You speak to your body. You speak blessings over your body. You speak life over your body. Speak life over your finances and your business. Whatever God has called you to do, you speak life to it positively. One of my things is and it's called My Life is Intentional, but also living the fecundity life. And that's living a life of fruitfulness. And the fecundity life is living a fertile life of prosperity, but in a massive production. And God says, I will give you the power, the ability to get wealth. And that's what that does. Speak positive over yourself. Speak prosperity over yourself. Speak the abundant life over yourself, and take authority of your life. Invest in yourself. Read, listen to motivational teachings and all. There's I love to listen, especially if you're in leadership. John Maxwell is phenomenal, and there's many others that's out there, but I love his leadership teachings. And then you have those like what is another one that I really enjoyed? Her Lisa Nichols. She's phenomenal as well. I really like to listen to her from her beginnings, and she gives her testimonies of how she made it through and where she came from nothing to where she's a multimillionaire now. And you got to, when God has given you something, you got to know how and to start, when to start. God will position you for greatness. He will position you for prosperity. But it all begins in the mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. If you think you can do it, you're going to do it. If you think you can't, then you won't. Speak life to yourself. Invest in yourself. Once again, you can follow me on Instagram, Kathy Gibson, on Facebook, My Life is Intentional, and you can follow me here on YouTube, My Life is Intentional. What other ports? And Twitter, I believe it's Kathy Gibson. Oh, and also HAPS. Join me and subscribe to my HAPS, Kathy Gibson. We're going to be doing some awesome things. I'm really looking forward to, especially a lot of demands on the doing cooking shows. and just really want to come and just have some awesome times on here. My thing is encouraging, and if I can just tell people to always think positive. Even though negative things happen, but if you have an optimistic mindset, you're able to conquer those. After all, you are more than a conqueror. Also, if you have not had a chance, please go to Amazon or Barnes and Nobles and get my books. Destiny Man, the qualities to look for. I have had so many testimonies of that book. It's the man that God has qualified for you. There's a man that's qualified, that's able to handle who God has called you to be, who's able to handle the vision that God has called you to have, who's able to handle the anointing that God has called. There is a man that is qualified for you, but you have to know what to look for, and how to do that. You have to know who you are. Get yourself healed first. Get your soul right, because then you'll know what to attract. You'll know what to look for. Know yourself. Know your likes and dislikes. And then also my latest book, The Essence of the Aristocratic Woman. Oh my God, that book right there has been a jewel. I am so grateful for the reviews. One of the reviews I really liked was one of the reviews she had mentioned. She said that this book had blessed her, but what happens is it helps you to overthrow your inner critic. A lot of time, not when she said that right there, your inner critic, when you criticize yourself within yourself, a lot of times it's not even so much as what people say, it's how we think about ourselves, how we believe about ourselves. And that's why it's imperative that you speak life to yourself. Even though you may not feel it, you keep saying it until it becomes a lockdown, until it becomes where you believe it. You got to believe in who God has called you to believe in. And once again, please do go. Let me grab my book here. Please go and get my book, The Essence of the Aristocratic Woman. You can find this on Barnes & Nobles. You can get it on Amazon, Walmart, Target, wherever they have books. You can you can get those books. I love you, and do have a prosperous day. There's some things. Oh, I'm so excited. I think I can just keep on top, but I am so excited. But I just wanted to come on and to get my YouTube started. Many people have been looking for the YouTube, so I look forward to you joining with me. Also, you can contact me at mylifeisintentional100@gmail.com. mylifeisintentional100@gmail.com. Please, if there's any topics you want to talk about, there's some things. And I mean, a lot of times we have a lot of personal things we're going through, and we are hoping that and believing that we can tap into those things that you're really seeking God for. As a matter of fact, anything that you're going through, Jesus is the answer. No matter what it is that you're going through, there is a solution for it, to that issue. God is able to bring you out. He's able to give you the strategies. I don't care if it's for finances. I don't care if you're dealing with health, whatever it is, God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think. God bless you. Also, if you want to partner with me, email me at mylifeisintentional100@gmail.com. We love you. And if you want to look at some of the my description, please go down at the bottom. Look at my description on there, and get some of your friends to come and join. And I so look forward to seeing you again. You do have an awesome day. Have a prosperous week. Have a prosperous day. Remember, every day is loaded with God's benefits. Be blessed.